Yeah, 28th game for Patrick, 9-12 with the 4.9 ERA, trying to keep this going, this stretch going for him. That's been a pretty decent run.
Nimmo's hit in 6 straight games, hitting .348 over the 6 games. And Nimmo lines one into center field for a leadoff hit. So they got a 2-1 fastball and hit it right back up the middle.
It was a fastball from Corbin. He's got a 7-game hitting streak. So he leads off with a base hit. Francisco Lindor will be next. And here's the 1-2 on the way to Lindor. Lined up the middle, base hit, center field. Nimmo to second. He'll put on the brakes there as Young plays it in. Back-to-back singles by Nimmo and Lindor to get started.
But it's a 1-4 sacrifice.
Nimmo at third and Lindor at second. Alonso against Corbin is 14 for 43 with 5 home runs.
And Pete drives one out to left field. This one will be playable for Blankenhorn. He retreats to make the catch. Tagging at third is Nimmo. Advancing as well as Lindor. And Nimmo comes home with the first run of the game. Alonso has 101 RBIs, and the Mets have an early 1-0 lead.
So now runners at the corners, 2 out. Francisco Alvarez coming up, and can he ever use a big hit? The 1-0 pitch. Swing and a drive in the air, well hit to left. Blankenhorn back onto the track in front of the fence. It is gone! Beyond the bullpen into the permanent seats in left center field. A long home run for Francisco Alvarez. And as we said, he really needed that. It is his first home run since the 1st of August, his 22nd of the year. And the Mets have a 4-0 first inning lead.
Quintana, this will be his 5th start against the Nationals. 1-1 record with a 4.26 earned run average.
Jacob Young leads off for the Nationals. Now the pitch swung on and lined to right center. That's a base hit. And chasing toward the gap to try and cut it off. McNeil, he can't. Young speeds to second. He'll stop there with a double.
You know, McNeil might have had a chance to get a throw in the neighborhood, but Young had no hesitation about double out of the batter's box.
His 3rd 2-base hit. And here is Joey Meneses making his 15th start of the year at first base.
Joey Meneses, base hit to right. Young had to hold. Gary DeSarcina is going to go ahead and send him. McNeil's throw cut off. The Nats are on the board, taking that Oppo approach. And for Joey, RBI 77.
Yeah, this is where speed kills. Great job by Jacob Young. Make sure that it gets over the first baseman. Watch him float around there. Great slide.
We go to the 3rd inning here in Washington. Mets with a 4-1 lead over the Nationals.
Lindor 1 for 1 tonight with a run scored. Payoff pitch from Corbin. Swinging a fly ball, hit well, left center field towards the gap. Young is on the run, back to the warning track. He turns and it's gone. Lindor tucked it just around the bullpen in left center field for a solo home run, his 26th of the season. And the Mets take a 5-1 lead. Second home run hit by the Mets tonight. 2 outs, here's Mark Vientos. Vientos hit by a pitch back in the 1st. 2-1 pitch. Swinging a line drive to center field that sends Young going back. He gets turned around to the warning track. It's over his head and it bangs up against the wall and rolls into right center field. Vientos hits second. He's on his way to third. Call sends it in. The relay is bobbled. And it's a triple for Mark Vientos. And the Mets have a 2-out base runner in scoring position. And for Vientos, it's his first triple of the season.
And he's not going to hit too many. That's not the way he profiles. But one thing's for sure. I guess the right foot that's been bothering him is okay.
So a 4-pitch walk.
The Mets are runners at the corners for Brett Beatty.
Haven't seen Brett Beatty a ton against lefties this season.
There goes Alvarez, and he steals second base. So Alvarez taking off on a 2-2 pitch, and he steals the bag. First major league stolen base for Alvarez in the same inning where Vientos got his first big league triple. And Beatty lines one the other way, base hit, and that'll bring in 2. Vientos and Alvarez both come in to score. Beatty got it over the head of Keyboom for a 2-run single, and it's now 7-1 New York. So Beatty gets the hit off the left-hander to bring home a pair. 29 RBIs for the year for Brett.
That's out number 1. Here comes Joey Meneses.
Back up the middle, it hits the pitching rubber, bounces out to Mauricio, and he throws out Meneses. How about that? Ball came right off the rubber, or was it the foot of Quintana? It was his foot. It was his heel.
A little hacky sack.
Back heel.
Nice strong arm from Mauricio.
So a 2-out single for Keibert Ruiz. And here is the designated hitter, Riley Adams. Swinging a fly ball, hit softly to center. In comes Brandon Nimmo. Out goes Mauricio, and it's Mauricio who makes the call and the catch for the final out in the third. So a 2-out base runner, but nothing else against Jose Quintana. No runs, 1 hit, no errors, 1 left. There's Brandon Nimmo with 1 out in the 4th inning. Nimmo's 1 for 2 tonight with a run scored. The 0-1 swinging a fly ball, hit well down the right field line, hooking towards the corner. Call turns, and it's gone into the Nationals bullpen. Number 21 for Brandon Nimmo, and the Mets have hit their 3rd home run tonight. It's 8-1 in the 4th inning.
Brandon adding to his career high in home runs as we begin the 5th inning here in Washington. 8 runs, 7 hits, no errors for New York.
Pete Alonso hitting. And Alonso hits one out of sight. Headed toward the Capitol Dome. Number 42 for Pete Alonso. Pete Alonso now has the 2 most prolific home run years in Mets history. 53 as a rookie in 2019, and now 42 in 2023.
Remarkable.
3 home runs in his last 2 games, 102 runs batted in.
There are 2 men away. Here's Riley Adams. The designated hitter, right-hand batter, hits one in the air to left on a line. LeCastro coming in, dives forward and makes the catch. And that retires the side. Nicely done by Tim LeCastro. And at the end of 6, as the Nationals go in order, it's the Mets 9 and the Nationals 1. Here's Ronnie Mauricio 0 for 3. He's trying to stay perfect in terms of hits in every game he's played in his major league career.
Grounded up the middle. That's a base hit from Mauricio, and that's going to produce his first big league RBI. Alvarez is in to score. Mauricio drives in his first run in the major leagues, and it's 10-1 New York.
Well, congratulations.
And we'll take that ball out of play and send it to the authenticator.
So runners are on the corners with nobody out, and Jacob Young, the batter. Now the pitch, swing, a little looper, shallow center. Mauricio going out. It's over his head. A base hit into center field. Cole scores from 3rd. Alou will stop at 2nd. RBI for Jacob Young is 3rd in the big leagues, and it's now the Mets 10, the Nationals 2. So now the Nationals have the bases loaded. Drew Millis, the batter.
And Drew Millis will get his first big league RBI on a walk.
Get the ball.
It's 10-3.
Get the ball.
Riley Adams, the cleanup hitter, at DH tonight for the Nationals.
Goes up hacking and pops it up. McNeil, infielder and outfielder, not the strongest of arms, but he's very accurate. There's a quick runner coming home, and it's up the line. And now, as Alvarez bobbles the ball, 2 other runners move up. So Adams is sac flying, and it's 10-4.
That'll bring up switch hitting shortstop Ildemaro Vargas. Third baseman Beatty even with a bag. Here's the pitch. Swinging a ground ball toward the hole. Cut off by Lindor on the outfield grass. He falls down. He has no play. A run will score. Over to 3rd on the play goes Millis. Meneses scores, and what ends up being an infield hit for Ildemaro Vargas as Lindor saved a run with that diving play. 26th RBI for Vargas. The Mets 10 and the Nationals 5.
Mets lead the Nationals 10-5. Brandon Nimmo leads off. First ball swinging, rips one deep to center. Young going back. This ball's going to go. Home run, Brandon Nimmo. His 2nd home run of the game, the 5th home run hit by the Mets tonight. For Brandon, his career high 22nd home run of the year, and the Mets now lead 11-5. He absolutely pounced on that first pitch. Drew Smith picked up the save for the Mets in Friday night's game against the Seattle Mariners.
Little pop up behind first base. Tough play. Alonso, Mauricio gets it in the webbing. Beautiful play by Mauricio. I don't know whether Pete would have caught that ball or not, but Mauricio turned on the Jets. The Nats are down to their final out of the night. And it's grounded behind the bag. Beatty with the backhand stopped a long throw. The stretch by Alonso, and the ball game is over. The Mets hit 5 home runs, 2 by Nimmo. Alonso hits his 42nd. Boy, Alvarez breaks a long drought.
We talked about the 4 guys playing together. Well, the first time together in the lineup, they all went 5 for 13 with 5 runs, 1 home run, and 3 RBI. They all contributed, Garrett.